Good morning. Happy Saturday. How are you today? Um, I am Tanya with Ribbon Branch Crafts, and today I'm with uh, the Lolly's Crafty Friends VIP. And today is just like a relax and do what you want to do type of day with all of us. And so the host is Ollie with Lolly's Crafty Designs. And so what I wanted to do today is I told you guys once a month I wanted to try to do a Bible study, and then we do a little faith craft. So this week was a little bit of a rough week for me and my group of the Bright and Early Crafters and the Bright Ideas. All of us, my little family there. They good morning, Eliza. We lost a very dear friend this week, very suddenly, and so we've all been kind of in shock about that and trying to process that. And so I kind of feel like God's wanting me to talk about, loss, and, that we can find hope and encouragement and keep our faith when sad things happen like this. I was talking to another dear friend of mine about this kind of thing, and she went through a very, traumatic, hey, Ollie. Um, yes, the whole community it's affected. And when one of us, something happens, it's a very devastating thing. And, knowing that she was part of our group, like, I had literally just recreated my list that I kept forgetting to do. And I just wrote her name down, and it's just, you just never know. Let me restart this because this is frozen and try to see your guys' comments. Um, so if I'm not seeing, hey, Donna, hey, Lolly. So yeah, for some reason my comments aren't working. I'm gonna have to let me try to re-pull this up. So yeah, that's kind of been what the mood of the week has been. But anyways, I was talking to another dear friend of mine, who's also, she's like one of my Christian friends. And she also had a extremely devastating loss, and that was very close to her. And I don't want to speak too much about her own personal life, but it was all just death seemed to be like what was going on. I also had a scare with my dad this past week as well, so everything just kind of hit at one time. And so anyways, he there was just to give y'all, there was a fire a couple of houses down. They live on like blocks there. And so he noticed, him and my mom had went for a walk, and they had noticed that there was smoke billowing out of their neighbor's house. So they went in. Now mind you, my dad already has heart problems and stuff. And so they noticed, okay, there you guys are. Hey, Heidi. Hey, Donna. So they had noticed, so they went up just to check and make sure that he was okay, and he wasn't. So my dad had to go in there, and he can't really do a whole lot like he used to because of the heart problem. So he had a hard time trying to get him out of there, and he was in there a lot longer than he should have been. And so he had to go recently and get treated for smoke inhalation, which, as you know, can kill you, especially if you have heart problems. So it's just been a lot. And I feel like, God put it on my heart. Like, I want to encourage you guys today. And I found a couple scriptures to, first of all, help us understand as best we can, because the first thing is we have to remember that, we're not omnipresent. We are not God. We are a creation of God. Okay. And so what that means is, we're not going to understand the full picture. We're never going to understand why these things happen. What we can understand, though, is that we are in a fallen world. So death, disease, pain, suffering, those things are going to happen. It's just an inevitable, it's an absolute truth, okay, that we all good people, rotten people, all of us, people that are lost and trying to find their way. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're at in your journey. We all experience suffering. And the Bible does tell us that we're none of us are going through something that's uncommon to man. People who have lost a loved one, like we lost our dear Jenny, or I know, that there's been people who have lost their children, and that's a pain I can't even imagine. But it's not uncommon, because you can't forget, God lost his only begotten son and watched his son get murdered. Okay, so he understands, even to that level of pain, what we're going through and the grief that we're feeling as we grieve for Jenny, or if you've had another loved one that's recently passed. Just know, like, he knows what's going on. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry, I forgot to put my phone on do not disturb. Just a second. So that's the first thing we got to keep in mind. We're in a fallen world. That's why the Christian community, us coming together like this, is so very important, you guys, because hey, how are you? Because this is what it's about. When things do happen like this, we can lean on each other and be encouraged, to keep our minds where they need to be. Because if we're depressed and we're sad all the time, we're not able to go out and reach people the way that we're supposed to. Sorry, I thought I put my phone. I don't know why that's still doing that. Anyways, okay, so I found a few scriptures, and then we're going to go ahead and just do a little easy craft. And if you want to go in with, I'm using, this is my husband's Bible. This is the NIV. And I want to start off with Isaiah chapter 57. Isaiah is one of my favorite books of the Bible. It's got a lot of just beautiful messages in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So Isaiah 57 verse 1 is what we're going to read for the first one. And it says, "The righteous perish, and no one ponders it in his heart. Devout men are taken away, and no one understands. That the righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Those who walk uprightly enter into peace. They find rest as they lie in death." So what I personally think that means is, he's telling us right here that, we're not going to understand why it happens, or why God allowed that, or, the timing of it. I mean, whatever questions that you may have in your heart about a situation like that, that, that there's a knowing that we will never understand. There could have been something that could have happened, down 5 years down the road, that could have been 10 times worse, or it could have, done something. You just don't know. I have no idea, but you just don't know. You know what I mean? And so, and it goes with the verse that lean not on your own understanding, like just lean into God. And we need to take the position of, instead of God blaming him, why did you let this happen? Being like, I don't know why this happened, but I trust that you have this under control, that this is for a reason. And also don't forget, Jenny is in the most beautiful place that you could ever be. I mean, she's with Jesus. She's hanging out with Jesus, you guys. Don't get no better than that. So I take comfort in that. And my computer keeps freezing. I don't know why. So, and then I have a couple other scriptures that I'm going to read to you guys really quick. And let me try to connect this one more time, because I can't see anybody's comments. I'm sorry if you're commenting. Let me close this and then open it back up. Oh, that's what I did wrong there. Okay. Okay, so then the next verse that I want to read to you guys is 2 Corinthians 10:5. Okay. And this is about the grieving process, okay? Of course we're going to grieve, we're going to cry, we're going to be sad. It's a process, just like when you find the Lord and he, starts to make you a new creation. That is a process. It's not just, you're going to be met with things that are going to heal those things inside of you that, that need attention. And so when we lose a loved one, or something is happening that we have no control, and we're sad, and whatever the case may be, that it's very, very important that good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Jenny. Okay, I'm seeing some comments here. Is that it's very important to take every thought captive, okay, and make it subject to the will of God. And here's the scripture for that. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5, if you want to read along with me. It says, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. And we will be ready to punish every act of disobedience once your obedience is complete. And what that means is, the fruits of, you have the fruits of the Spirit, and then you have the unrighteous fruits, so you just, you want to be thinking about, joy. Like for Jenny, for example, what helped me with that was thinking about her. Of course, I'm not going to forget about her or avoid her or anything like that, so I'm not sad. What I have been doing is thinking about the joyous moments and being grateful that for the time I did have with her. I think about the octopus tutorial that I did a while back, and how much she wrote me, and how much she said that it inspired her, and then she ended up making her own. And it was just how nice it was to connect with her on a personal level. And I just think about, how kind and gentle she was to everybody she encountered. And I think about those things. And when I get sad, I ask God, I'm feeling sad. I feel like this is kind of taking me over right now in a way that it shouldn't be. And, just kind of help me find peace and comfort in this grief. Because don't forget, he understands. He felt that pain on a level that we will never understand. Okay. He knows what it's like to lose somebody. We're his children after all. And, those of us who don't want nothing to do with him, it's like telling your mom, get away from me, I hate you, that kind of stuff, so he understands all of these things. And so the next scripture that I want to read to you guys that might help encourage you with, if you're going through a situation like this, like what my craft group has been going through, and the community as a whole, with losing Jenny, that we're going to go to John chapter 16, verse 22. Okay. Let me find it here. And it says, so with you, now is your time of grief. But I will see you again, and you will rejoice, and no one will take away your joy. Okay? Let me read that again. So with you, now is your time of grief, but I will see you again, and you will rejoice, and no one will take away your joy. So be encouraged, because this kind of stuff, it's a temporary thing. It's a temporary thing. Don't forget, we're all in this together. Okay, we're all in a fallen world together. Okay, so let's just do our best to uplift each other, and just know Jesus, he's on the end of all of it. Every situation, even when we pass away, when our loved one, all of that, he's there, ready and willing, waiting to catch you, he wants to be there for you. He wants to help you feel better. Hey, Angela, I'm so sorry for anybody I haven't said hi to. I'm having a lot of trouble with my comments this morning, but, okay. And, that's pretty much it for that. I just, I hope that encourages you, or gives you something, if you, something to focus on, rather than, more of the negative stuff, that you can, that know that, God really does have that under control. And I know it's painful, but just know, like, whoever's feeling the pain of, Jenny's death, like, you're not alone in this. We're all here with you, and we're all here to lift each other up, and help each other move forward in her memory in a positive way. And we can turn our pain into purpose. Okay. So that being said, I hope that encouraged you. And the craft that I came up with today was we're just gonna do something easy. I didn't even make a thing because I've made like a whole bunch of these. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna make a lamb of God. Okay, and we're just gonna make us like just a little baby lamb, and that's pretty much it. So all you're gonna need is I have the white and some cookie dough color clay, and we're just gonna get some of our white out. That's right. That's absolutely right, Ali. Is like, we can't ever pretend to know. Like, I don't even know what I want to eat for breakfast a lot of the times. I mean, you know what I mean? Where am I going to go? God has all of that figured out. Every single thing. He knows what you're going through. He knows what you're feeling. You're not alone. And there is someone who understands. You just have to lean in and let him be there for you. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Letting control of those sad emotions and those things. I want to be angry. I want to be sad. I want to be those things, which you absolutely do that. Let yourself feel it, but don't do it in an unhealthy way. Remember that there are good things to remember about your loved one, and to know that this was never God's design. This was never the intent that he had for us. This is, just something that we all as a collective deal with. Whether we believe in God or not, we're all going to go through stuff like this. But the difference between a Christian and someone who is not a believer is we have hope, okay? That there is a reason for all of this, and I truly believe that in all of my heart. I just have a styrofoam ball, and you can literally any size ball that you want. Any size ball that you want will work for this. So, yeah, just be encouraged, okay? And know that this is not the end. You know, this is just temporary. I mean, it's all temporary, and and we're all in this together. Seriously. So I'm just forming this around, okay? Just kind of gently working it around my foam ball. And then this is what you're going to have, okay? So then I'm just going to trim off my excess. I might end up making a couple of these because these are really, really easy to make. And hey, Maria. I'm sorry for anybody that's writing. I can see some. Hey, Jan. Hey, Lou. Okay, I'm seeing some people. If I missed you, I apologize. I will go back. I don't know, my phone. We're having some rain and stuff today, so that's probably what it is. So I just put a thin coat around this, but this does not have to be perfect because we're going to cover this up anyway. I'm just kind of creating a thing for more of our white to stick to. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to get our cookie dough. I sell this in my Etsy shop if you want to try this. So we're just going to get us a little handful of our cookie dough. Hey, Rhonda. I am making the Lamb of God. We're just going to make us a cute little lamb since we're, had our little devotional. And I wanted to do like a little faith craft surrounding that. So I'm just going to get me a little ball of a cookie dough color clay. And we're going to roll it in a ball. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to put it in my hand and we're going to kind of make just a very slight cone, not real big at all. Okay. And it's going to give you a little bit of like like a jelly bean kind of shape. That's what you want. Okay. So then I'm going to get a toothpick. I already had a piece cut. cut it at an angle, okay, to make sure that you have both sides, you have two sharp ends. And it, like I said, it doesn't matter. You just find where you want your front to be. And we're going to stick our toothpick in the side, just like that. Okay? So then what we're going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of super glue. And I'm going to put this on my toothpick. And then we are just going to center it on our toothpick and just kind of form it on. And then you can form the head a little bit more once you get it on there. Okay? So that's what we got so far. So then the next thing, gosh, this thing keeps freezing up on me, y'all, and I don't know why it's doing that today. What are you guys doing for this weekend? It's really nice and chill kind of weekend here. After this, I'm going to pick up my daughter's friend. I think she's coming over, and so let me try to pull this up one more time, you guys. This is driving me nuts. I can't see what you guys are writing me. So I'm just going to get some more of our cookie color. Hey, Lisa. And see it, because, and it's hard for me to see on my phone, you guys. I can't see very well far away. Let's see if I can see it now. Okay, so now to do we're going to do the feet now, okay? And so for that, I just got me a fairly good sized ball. And I'm going to cut that in half so we have fairly even little feeties. And then I'm going to take that ball and cut it in half. And then we're going to leave the shape that it gives you. We want that, okay? We want that shape. So then we're going to take our other ball of clay and we're going to cut that one in half as well. Again, you want that shape. So then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my, make like a little bit of a V, touch the backs together. You see that? And then we're going to do that with these ones. Make sure they're out a little bit so we'll see the little feet. And then I'm going to put them fairly close together. You're just going to kind of put, actually I think I can touch mine and on this one and that'll be good. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of super glue on the top of each foot. Okay. And then we are going to go ahead and press her down. Give that just a second. Hey, Lisa. I think I'm seeing more comments. Okay. So this is what we got so far. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do his little ears. And then that is it for, that's all you need for your cookie dough. And like I said, you can do these any size. You don't even necessarily need a styrofoam ball if you don't want, but I would recommend you wait till this dries because, like I said, with any clay, this is a firm clay and it holds its structure very well, but there's always a risk you're taking. Always a risk. You just never know. So, yeah. Okay, so I just got me one more little ball. And we're just going to cut this in half like we did with our bigger one. Okay. And then I'm just going to gently just dent, just very slightly. Okay. With my finger. Very slightly. And then we're going to put them on our lamb. Okay. So this is what we got so far. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put the eyes on. You could even use a You could use an egg for this too. If you don't have any circles and you just got like a bunch of eggs that you want to use up, you can absolutely use this, do this as well. Okay, so I got these eyes that I'm going to use today. Yay! Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tacky glue these eyes on. And I'm going to put a little bit here, a little bit there. Oh, we got some paper stuck on there. And just gently press so your eye, you want your eye to look like it's actually in the head, not just sitting on top. So, okay, that's what we got so far. So then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put like his little nose on. And how you're going to do that is we're going to take this. You can use a butter knife if you don't have these tools yet, okay? And we're going to make, use maybe like the outer corner of the eye as like your guide. And we're going to make a V on the front of the snout, okay? So we're going to go, let me show you what I mean. Just like that. Okay? And then we're going to take that same tool and we're just going to make a little line down. And there we go. We have our little bitty lamb. Hey, Angela. Thank you, ma'am. Hey, Jenny Jen. When I say your name now, it makes me think of Jenny because that's what I called her too, is Jenny Jen. So, yeah. Okay, so then the next thing that we're gonna do, you guys, like this, like I said, this is super duper simple. I want to do a faith craft when we do these Bible studies, because it's another way for you to connect and think about the Lord and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start out with a little ball of clay, okay, and we're just gonna roll us a little log. It does not matter really you don't want them real big or really real small. You can, but definitely not real big because I'll show you why. Because we want to have somewhat of a lot of these, but we're making a lollipop essentially. So we're just curling it on itself. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, we're just rolling it on itself. Easy, easy peasy. You guys can do this, okay? And that's what we got, all right? So we're just going to make a whole bunch of these. But just like I said, you don't want to make them like real big. I got these off Etsy. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Darlene, there she is. Okay, so we're just going to do this. And this is just kind of like a rinse and repeat type of craft. Okay, and before we start sticking these on, one more thing that I'm going to do is the feet. We're going to take our same tool, okay, and we're just going to go in like this. Okay. Hey, Mom and Dad, how are you? Okay, see how it makes it look more like feet like that? Does she left handprint? Jenny Jen said, "Aw, I didn't know her, but she left handprints of kindness on all those that knew her. I see it on the comments that are posted." You are absolutely correct, Jenny. Yes, she was a wonderful lady, and yeah, it was very sudden, very unexpected, and but but like I said, I'm not gonna I'm giving that part to God, like I did my crying and I did my, I have my couple days where I really felt it, but it's like I'm to the point where it's like, I'm just grateful that I was blessed to get to know her. And I'm glad that she's not, there's no suffering, there's no nothing, and her peace is more important than my selfish want to talk to her one more time. That's another thing I think about too is, it's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna get to hang out with her again one day. We're gonna make a cool little craft. I almost did you guys like a little pig today because I was thinking about her. Was thinking about her little bacon pig cup that we did for that one challenge week, and it was so funny and cute, and she was so proud of it and loved it and had us all laughing, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, she was a wonderful lady. So I'm just rolling a bunch of these out, and actually, we have an ornament challenge coming up in our group, and it was our beautiful Debbie. She was said that we're going to do the ornaments as like a tribute for her, and I think that's so awesome and beautiful. And I think you guys that we're going to do a little pig and bacon like Christmas ornament in honor of her. I think it would make her laugh if she was here. Oh, there she is. Hey, Debbie. I know. I'm happy to see you too, especially like this week. It's nice to see your beautiful words on my page, my friend. But okay, so I'm going to show you what the point of this is, why I'm doing this. So we're just going to take a little bit of super glue. You can use tacky glue too if you want to. And we're just going to, you don't have to because the clay's still wet, but I just do it. I don't know. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. And we're just going to kind of tack them on here and there and everywhere. I start off putting them just kind of randomly. But make sure that you have one kind of butted up to the foot. Okay. And we're just going to go around, and we're basically we're going to alternate between our little lollipop shapes and our and just regular balls of clay, and it gives a really cool little lamb effect. But okay, so see, I'm just kind of putting them randomly, and this is how we're going to put a few more on. What are you guys doing this weekend? It's actually kind of chilly here today. So, Pumpkin's Crafty. Hey, girl. It's Mandy, right? Mandy? What are you doing, girl? You guys, we got a whole bunch of lovely people coming on today. So, oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, I feel like this is like probably the healthiest way to kind of let it out. And because, like I said, you guys, since this is the Bible thing, I'm gonna, just kind of put myself out there, who I am and what I struggle with. I am, uh, I do have issues with depression and anxiety. So when things like this happen, um, it's it affects me very severely, and one thing that I have found is, you know god having God in the center of literally everything, especially moments like this, instead of you guys, I was the one, I used to blame him. I was that girl for a long time, and I understand now it's not, that couldn't be further from the truth. And when I started realizing to lean into him instead of blaming him, um you'd be surprised how far that goes into your spirit and how much it actually does help. Did I still cry? Yeah. When that day when we first heard about it, I was really glad that Debbie canceled the rest of it. I was the only one who actually got to do. We all found out right after my live that happened, and so what did I do? I mean, I went in my bed and I cried. I didn't really talk to nobody, and I slept most of the day. And so once, and then the next day, a little more crying and just kind of coming to terms with the fact that you're not gonna talk to your friend again, but it's okay because um, it's okay. It's okay. Because I do know that she would want us to be remembering her in a good way, in a happy way. And that's another thing. When you lose a loved one, you know that they don't want you sad and not living your life the way God wants you to live your life. They want that for you too, of course, and they definitely don't want to be the reason why you can't function, properly. So, let that be a motivation as well, so. Oh Lord, I hope you guys can see me. I don't know. I don't know. It must be the rain or something. I don't know what's going on. So once I get some of these rolled out, I'm just gonna. I want most of my little curls on here because I think it looks. See how cute that's looking, you guys. Can you guys see me? Okay. Okay. You can, Angela. Okay, cool. Because I've had to close my computer out. My own computer kept freezing on me, so I wasn't even sure if you guys. I hope I wasn't freezing on you guys earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna shut my mouth here, and we're just gonna keep on rolling. And once we get the majority of this covered, okay, I'm just basically like making a line down the back and then like around the feet, and then we'll just put a couple little extras in there. And yeah, right. And you can make like a little family of them, or whatever you want to do. And like I said, this is a great way. You want to have a little time with Jesus, and maybe, I know me, sometimes I don't, honestly, I'm sorry to say it, but sometimes I just don't feel like reading or anything. But this is my way, how I like to connect, and I think about him and I talk to him. And I do a craft that is making me think about him, like this cross and the Jesus heals things. It's, it's a way for me to still connect when I'm not in the right mind to read, if that makes sense. Okay, so I got my whole bottom, covered. I'm just going to put like a couple more in the middle, and then we're going to go in with our balls. And then, you guys, I mean, that's all there is to it. And when I do my cuties, I sell these in my shop. And with the cross, I put the cross and the little Jesus on there too. Um, all that is just a popsicle stick and some that wood grain mold that I have, and you just form it around, kind of like pretty much how we did when I did the cookies and milk uh, faith craft, when we did it for the my birthday. It's just like that. So okay, we're just gonna do a couple more. Yay! I'm glad you guys like it. I completely understand and agree. I retreat. Yes, yes, Debbie, that's exactly right. That's yes, I'm right there with you, girlfriend. And yeah, that's you got. I mean, you got to. You got to. for a little while. But the thing is, y'all, if you shrink away if you must and take your time, but don't stay there too long. That's the thing. You gotta, because the Bible says, don't, you have to take those thoughts captive, because, anything, not just loss, but like, let's say, I've struggled with addiction in the past too. Like I said, I'm just going to tell you guys the raw dog of me and my life over time. And, if I acted on every thought that, I've been sober for almost 6 years now. And, if I would have acted on every thought, every single action that happens that results in what manifests in your life is a direct result, a lot of the times, of your thought that you allowed to become an action, because you dwelled on that thought long enough and allowed it to become a reality in your life. That's why the Bible specifically says to dwell on good things, things that are good for your spirit. That's why. That is why, my friends. Your thoughts will eat you alive if you let them. Speaking from personal experience on that. So just, nobody's saying that you're not allowed to grieve. By all means, we've all did our own grieving, and we do it in our own way. All I'm saying is keep God right there with you, and don't stay there don't stay too long. Try it once you, grieve and take your time that you need to take and stuff. Then start to move forward and start to remember and change those thoughts. Don't forget what it is that's making you sad, but think about, there's other avenues, and ways to think about things too. You know what I mean? So just please remember that. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. I love you, girlfriend. I really do. Yes, it's nice sometimes to just belt it out, ain't it? My daughter, she likes, so now I'm just going in with balls of clay, and it's just to give it a little bit more to, a little bit more something something, so it's not all the exact same thing. But I'm just sticking them on here. But my daughter, she loves, and I do too. His name is Forrest Frank. If any of you have not heard of him, he is a Christian music artist, and he has some pretty awesome songs. You guys probably heard one of them. He had like a little viral dance. Oh, I need you now. I don't know the dance, but anyways, that's him. And that song came on the radio. Me and my daughter was coming back from Murray, and my best prayers come out in the bathroom. Ain't that the truth? That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It's true though. Do some of your best thinking in there, huh? But yeah, that came on the radio, and she's like, so I like blasted it. I turned it up really loud for her, and she was, you guys, she was just going off in the van. It was so cool to see my baby doing that. As a matter of fact, she's right here. Lily, do you want to come say hi? To the people that I'm teaching? You want to show them our shirts? You guys, look at this. Show them your shirt, Lily. Hi. Say hi. Hi. This is Lily. This is my daughter. Like our shirts, you guys? We're rolling with Jesus, aren't we? Yeah. Oh. I'm staying. You want to stay? Do you want to help me put these on? Okay, so go ahead and get you some balls of clay. You're going to pull it off and make a little ball of clay. She wants to stay and help me, you guys. I hope that's okay. Oh, look. Hi, Lily. Donna says, hi, Lily. Angela says, hi. Hi. God takes messes in our lives and turns it into a testimony. That is so true, Ollie. He'll turn your mess into a message if you let him. Because everything, he has a purpose for everything. Okay.
be back.
Ollie says, hi, precious girl. Grandma and Grandpa said, hi, pumpkin pie. You can go. You don't have to stay if you don't want.
I gotta go get
something. Okay. She's so excited, you guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know what she's doing now, y'all. I think she's getting something to Debbie said, hey, Lily girl, little Twinkie. I don't know where she went, y'all. I think she was going to get something to show you guys. I don't know what it is, though. So I'm just filling in the holes like that. And then once you do that, essentially, we're just going to, I'm going to show you how we kind of like blend the two together. So where you have like the two swirls that are connected, I put a little ball right there.
This is my choker that my friend gave.
Oh, you're showing her your necklace? Yes, her friend gave her this necklace and she absolutely loves it. And I told her when I was little, that was like really popular. Do you guys remember that? When anybody in their late 30s, early 40s and the whole choker phase that us girls did. Darlene says you're cute. Debbie said, did you hear what I said? She said, oh, you're so pretty, little Twinkie. My friend Debbie. Okay, so I mean, you guys, that's all there is to it. Now we're just really just hanging out, farting around at this point. But so you just put these on just wherever you think, and like I said, I put them in between the swirls to kind of connect everything together, and it ends up making a really, really cute little lamb. So everybody's saying how pretty and cute you are. What do you tell them?
Thank you.
Yay. We're having her friend that gave her the necklace. She actually lives right down the road from us, so
yeah, she's coming over today, right, Mommy?
Yep. And
after this live, she's coming over. I think like in the.
Yep. 10. I gotta call her mom and make sure it's still okay, and then we're probably gonna go. Yes, Angela, I did too. Hey, beautiful Shannon, there's my sweeties. I'm probably gonna take you girls after I pick her up and go to the Dollar Tree, get us some pizza. What?
Oh, you have a.
She's Gramps girl. Yeah, that's Grandpa Don Davis. Grandpa can't. Grandpa can't see.
I'm Gramps girl.
Oh my gosh, Grandpa's a superhero, ain't he?
Oh, you have a darling like helper, so sweet. Thank you.
Oh, her name is Shannon. That's my friend too. Yeah. She lives in Canada, Lily. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I wish I can go to Canada.
Do you?
I never went to a place before.
Yeah, I've never been to Canada either.
All I've been is America.
Yeah.
That's
America. Well, I hope you guys have fun hanging out today. And hey, Betsy. Good morning. I finally caught you live. Your daughter is. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And she got into her game, but oh, look at that. Show them. Oh, she made a really cool lollipop just now. Well, I hope you guys had look.
Oh, Lily, I love that name. Perfect for such a little beauty queen. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You guys, she wants to be a YouTuber, so.
That's why I want to be in her live.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to start living with her, I think.
With me? You can't. What about if we start off doing the Bible studies? You want to do that with me? Huh? Because you're at school when I do my other ones now. But, so
that's right.
Maybe we'll do an extra one outside of the groups, and maybe you and me can just do one. Would you guys want to jump on and hang out with us if we did? Here, can I get some of yours? Okay. Do you want to finish making the balls for me? God bless you, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. So that's it. And I don't know what size ball this was, but I had another one to make if we had time. This one is a 1 inch. This would make a super cute little, like a little baby, little mama and baby would be super duper cute. Um, Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yes, they love seeing you, Lily. So we'll probably have to do a little something.
Then I'll come in her live tomorrow, okay?
She's. They all said yes. They want to see more of you.
Yay!
Yay!
They love me.
They sure do, and we love them too, don't we? Yep.
Yeah, that's our
Crafty
family.
family. It really is like a family. That's why it's such a blow when stuff like that happens, because it really is. They really do become like family. Like, I've never met Jenny in person, but it's just, I don't know. You guys understand. It's just one of them things. I sure can. Just one of them things, It's like Sam says when they were talking to each other, like the whole kindred spirit thing. That is so true, Like you kind of have a certain bond that you get to each other. You know what I mean? So, hey, Lolly, who's up after me? I'm so sorry. I didn't write the names down. Hold on. I think I can. What a cute little treat. Lily is absolutely beautiful, smart, and so delightfully sweet. All a reflection of what a great mommy you are. Aw, thank you so much, Debbie. That made my whole day.
Precious little girl like her mama.
You say hi to her? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
She watches mommy a lot. She's a nice lady. Everybody on here is so nice.
Hi, Rose.
Yeah, so you'll probably see a lot of the same names.
Rose.
I appreciate you too, Ollie.
Rose.
I truly do. And you guys, this is it. I mean, we're done. I hope that you like this. And like I said, you can do all little balls on here, or you can do all the little swirls if you want. I like the little mixture. I'm going to go in and just put like some littler, like, small balls on here. And then, I mean, that's it. You can put a little fluff, or not fluff, a little bit of blush on the cheeks if you want. You could put a cross on, like the cuties that I sell on my Etsy shop. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. Make
Love
a little
you too,
baby.
Grandpa.
Oh, well, I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out, and thank you. This was this was a needed thing for me, and thank you for being here with me, allowing me to talk about our beautiful friend Debbie, and also about God, and letting my sweet little baby girl come. So.
You want me to teach a little bit of math to y'all?
Okay, real quick. Yeah, we got a few minutes.
So, 8 times 8 is 64. If you count by 8, actually you could find 64 in counting by 8. So, and 10 times 5 is 50, and 10 times 4 is 40.
You're so smart. You guys, we just got our their grades, and
I'm 7.
Yep, Lily's 7, and my son is
and I got an
14.
A+. I got an A+ one time. Remember that?
2 times. Both of them were A's.
And
then one of them was a B+ that she got, and then my son, he got all A's and 1 B+ as well. So, we're starting off the year pretty good. So we got them. Our thing is if they do good, we let them, we let them stay home sometimes if they're doing good. It's like, I feel like, why not, if they're doing well. And when we always get a McDonald's. So we had McDonald's for supper last night. So.
Yeah, I'm saving a little bit for Bella.
You are?
Bestie.
Well, we're going to get, I thought I was your bestie.
You're also
Girl.
my bestie.
Coming in to take my spot, y'all. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off because it's just, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, that's what we got. It looks really cute, and you can do this. This is a great project to do with your child if they love.
Lily.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Grandpapa.
Yes. Ollie said thank you for hopping in with Mommy. Yeah, thank you. That was nice. That was a nice change having you here with me. But so we love you guys, and I appreciate you being here and doing this Bible study. These really mean the world to me. And I'll be signing up Ollie for her next Saturday one that she has to hopefully do this again. And so never forget how much we love you in the craft community. I truly mean that. We're family.
I love all of y'all in our craft community.
Yes, and tell them never forget.
And I want to tell y'all, guess how much does Jesus love you? Everybody guess. Try their guesses.
Okay, tell them how much. That's one of them things we'll never understand. That's how much he loves us, right?
Yeah. Jesus loved you 4 million than a trillion times more than you do love him.
That's right. Never forget that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. Hey, Quincy, you caught me at the end. I'm sorry. Well, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to go scoop up another little girl and hopefully have some fun
Good
today.
morning.
So, yeah, good morning, Quincy. Oh, you have an absolutely fabulous day. And
have a fabulous day, Quincy.
And we will see you guys on Monday, okay? Bye.
Bye.